Super Radio Brothers!
It's time for the Super Radio Brothers. I think the one just had an accident.
Yes, we are back! As if there was any doubt. Broadcasting from strategic locations all across the empire, it is the Super Radio Brothers, Super Radio Father, Super Radio Trent. What is up?
Oh, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, what's happening? Huh? What's the matter with you? I know where I'm at this week.
Oh, yeah, we decided to remove the blindfold, Trent, at this point.
Yeah, my wife put me to when he told me to pitch a tent in the backyard.
It's because his probation period is over. We just in case he didn't, he failed probation.
Yeah, as soon as I touch the grass, the electricity thing goes off on my leg.
We didn't want him to find the studio, but now I think it's okay.
Yeah. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
He's having senior moment.
Yeah, I'm having a senior moment, son.
What is that? Flatulence? Is that what?
No. Hey,
Whoa,
Droopy
hey,
Draws, what's up? Hey,
congratulations.
Rich, here we go.
Oh, damn! That was.
Hey, congratulations. I'm surprised that RC3 even knew that word. That is a fantastic thing that he actually knew what flatulence was.
Yeah. It's clearly what plastic is made out of. So I just he had a plastic gun over here. So
Well, let me tell you, I didn't know shit, man, about that.
he just knows that's a fart noise, Trent.
That's right, man.
When in doubt, when you open a show, open with fart noises.
Fart.
Well,
man.
it makes sense because we got poop news and everything, so it makes complete sense how we open the show.
Yeah. And speaking of poop news. Good job. It wasn't a clean poop news intro this time, Trent.
No, I know, but I just want you to know how much of a constant professional I am because I segued right into this.
Yeah, it was
Because
perfect. That's true. That's true.
yeah, it was perfect. I want you to know. I know you don't like to admit it, but I want you to know how much of a professional I truly am.
Well, I can't admit it, but my dad is here. Are you impressed with his professionalism?
Yes, man. I'm glad you don't wear turtlenecks down here.
Turtlenecks.
Yeah.
What?
All right. Yeah. Don't wear a turtleneck, Trent.
That's right,
according to my
man.
dad.
Your head is getting fat, son.
Oh, it
Nah,
won't
I'm only
fit.
messing with you, man.
Yeah, I don't plan on it.
All
What?
right, poop news. Our lead usually revolves around shit, and we've got some shit going on here. A Griffin man. Where is Griffin, by the way? What is that? A Griffin man.
Griffin.
In Georgia, actually.
Georgia where?
Griffin, Georgia.
Yeah,
Where?
I know
In
that's it.
Russia?
No. Georgia, in Georgia.
Over here?
Just keeps Georgia on my mind.
One of the
United States here?
one of the 50 states.
Oh, so that's right here, I say.
Yeah. Or as you would say, one of the 51 states.
Yeah, 51.
Yeah.
I thought we had 54.
We should be up to at least 54 by
Yeah,
now.
man. We should be to a lot.
Yeah, we should be to a lot. A Griffin man is accused of abusing, this is a sad story, more than a dozen dogs and forcing them to live in deplorable conditions. Griffin Animal Control was tipped off about a possible dog fight at a home along Summit Drive Friday. When animal control officers arrived, they smelled an overwhelming odor of feces and urine.
Oh, was it this?
Yeah, there you go. A
There
lot
you
of that
go.
was going on, and not a lot of cleanup after that. You know. The odor of feces and urine, according to the news release, adding that the smell was overpowering. And just a reminder, people are living in this home. The smell was overpowering as law enforcement reached the front door, as the home had a history of calls to police for injured dogs. Law enforcement received a search warrant. Once inside the house, 16 dogs were found in deplorable condition, covered in urine and feces. In some instances, there was as many as 4 dogs in crates designed for single dogs. The dogs were removed from the home and taken to local shelters. I say, if this home has a history of injured dogs, why would they allow to still have dogs?
Yeah, the thing is, the people smell like shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
We go to Walmart. Come on, honey, let's go. Freaking aisle is cleared, man.
Yeah, I was in Walmart the other day, and you know how they have the clearance section? There was a bidet there.
A bidet?
Yeah, you hook it up to your toilet,
Yeah.
and it sprays your butt. with water to clean your butt.
No, I ain't cleaning no walls in my house.
Trent, would you?
No.
You know, I'm fascinated by the idea of a bidet, but would you trust a Walmart clearance aisle bidet on your toilet?
I don't think so, man.
Not at all.
Would you put candles on to use the bidet?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
rose petals, the whole thing.
Oh my!
Every time I take one, I have a candle in it. You better light a match.
Boy, you better keep that to yourself. You know that?
So, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. We had that conversation on the show, and all of a sudden, there was a bidet in Walmart, and it was on clearance, and it was only $11.
Was it returned?
Yeah, man, that thing was no. I assume it's new. It's just nobody's buying the bidet,
I ain't buying no bidet from Walmart. What are you mad?
and it was on clearance. It was a
on
clearance
clearance.
bidet.
My luck, the door will get locked and I can't get out of the toilet.
You could get a luxury toilet application right from Walmart.
And what did I always say about your butt?
What? You talked about my butt?
No, man.
No.
So
Ugh.
a clean ass is a happy man.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Hey, yeah, if you have a dirty ass, you're probably not too happy.
That's right, yeah. Richie calls me. He goes, "Hey, Dad, what's up?" I said, "I'm going to go wash my ass."
Yeah.
I'll
No.
talk to-
Let me tell you what happened. This was great, Trent. This is fantastic. I'm talking to my mom on the phone, right? I'm talking, and my mom all of a sudden goes, "Your dad wants me to tell you that he's going to clean his ass." I was like, what?
Hey, you
This is
know
what
what
I'm-
I'd say? Good for him.
Hey, a happy ass is a happy person.
Yeah, then he can't. You hear him in the distance, Trent. He's like, "Happy ass, happy man." I'm like, "Oh, okay." That's fantastic.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Great information. So, a deplorable story out of Georgia, Trent, with the 16 dogs found in feces and urine. And
Yeah.
how do people live like that? Those are the type of people that would buy a clearance bidet from Walmart. I'm just saying.
Well, first of all, it's just, I mean, terrible. The poor dogs, man.
Poor
Hey,
dogs.
I'm an animal lover, man. I love dogs. You know, I love. It's a shame that they had to be suffered like that, and it's unbelievable. Some people amaze me, and not in a good way.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, it takes a ton of work, as I know, with two big dogs, you know, to try to
Yeah.
get them to behave and learn to love each other. And the gratification when that does happen, which we've experienced, is fantastic. But to have 16 dogs and not give a shit about them and have animals fighting and injuries and the whole thing, it's just, how does that even happen? I don't get it.
Shit heads.
Yeah, a bunch of shitheads.
Bunch of shit.
You're
heads.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of dogs and
Uh-oh.
everything, we go from this deplorable story to an enraged man.
Enraged
You know?
man.
All right.
Sometimes,
Sometimes I'm enraged.
yeah, you make me enraged every day.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah. Well, I try.
Oh, watch it, folks. Here we come.
When I hear an upset Trent, I've done my job today. Did I piss
You know
Trent
what?
off?
I'm gonna come after you.
You could have been a wrestler. Trent is
Yeah.
a wrestler.
Yeah, you're scared. Yo, you're scary, man.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Snap into a
So,
No,
so
really.
people have I know RC3. You do some gardening sometimes.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
So anyway, there was this guy, this neighbor, or this guy living in a little small town, had a garden, and he was doing some gardening work, and all of a sudden this other guy comes over and allows his dog to take a crap in this man's garden. Well, the man was not happy about it. The man knew exactly whose dog it was, so he decided to take matters into his own hands and put a threatening note on this other guy's wall that says, "Pick up your dog shit and bring it home."
I'm bringing it home.
I thought it
And
was
bring
good.
it home. He said, "If not, this is a $1,172 fine, and you better pay it right now."
Wow. That's
Did,
something.
did he give the note to the dog, or did he?
Yeah,
And
the
then-
dog
and
is the one
then-
who
and
should get it.
Yeah.
And then attached to the note, he brought a bag of dog feces and attached it to his wall.
Nice
Oh,
touch.
nice neighbors.
Yeah, these are some cool
So,
people.
so let me ask you. I mean, and the reason I bring this up is because I have a friend of mine who has about 20 acres in Sebring.
Well,
Florida.
first of all, you lost me. I don't believe you. You said you have a friend, so that's I'm kind of
I know it's
skeptical here.
it's a foreign concept to you, especially.
Oh.
Oh.
Yo, you waving your fingers there?
I can't believe it.
I cannot believe it. Yeah, you and friend. Yeah, don't belong to the
I
same-
just don't get it. Yeah.
I know.
I don't
I
get
know.
the idea
Just don't
of
whoop
having
his ass.
friends.
Friends. Wow.
Friends.
Like what a novel idea. But anyway,
Yeah. What is
I
that
have
about?
I had a friend of mine, and there was this neighbor that she had because she had 20 acres. This neighbor allowed their dog to take a shit in her grass, and she did not like that. My friend did not like that at all. She went ahead and it's a family friend of mine. She worked 25 years in law enforcement. She went ahead and said, hey, look, you're not doing this anymore. You're not blah, blah, blah. And they kind of duked it out a little bit. But let me ask you that. I mean, wouldn't it tick you off if somebody stepped onto your property with their dog, and even though you had a lot of grass in your area, I mean, let them take it. Let me tell you something. I'd be enraged too.
I mean, that's terrible, and that's a problem in our neighborhood. People letting the dogs poop everywhere and not cleaning it. It's very upsetting. As a matter of fact, it's funny. The other day, we went on a nice long walk with the dogs, and on full display when we walked.
What day was that?
I think it was Saturday or Sunday. We went for a nice long walk. And
it's very important.
Yeah, it was. Thank you, Trent.
Yeah, this is my Saturday.
It's healthy. It's a great
Saturday
way.
Shit.
Great way to connect with the animals. They love it. But we're out there, and we always proudly walk with a what we call, and Dad, a great big pile of Freya bags.
Oh my goodness!
In our hands that my dad people in the family collect for us. Just a bunch of plastic bags that we use to pick up dog poop. And as we're walking home, we're getting closer to home. This couple is standing outside of a home that we know was just recently purchased, so it's our new neighbors. And it turns out they're from Philadelphia, and they ask us, they say, let me ask you something. Do you have to clean up after your dog out here?
Oh, shit.
Are you kidding me?
And I was like, is that a question? Of course. And he was like, and I was like, well, we do. Well, actually, what I said was, we do, but most people don't. We think it's the right thing to do. And he's like, yeah, I noticed that. A lot of people, a lot of people who have dogs, but you're the first people we see walking around with bags to pick up poop. And yeah, you walk any area in the neighborhood where there's an empty lot, there's no home, you see a ton of poop there that's just left there. And to me, that's wrong because there's a house across the street. It gets hot. People smell that shit. You just shouldn't leave the poop out there. It's bad.
I don't know. Lakota was smelling something the other day, and she was behind it. I go, what the hell is that? I thought it was a rock. It was a freaking large lump
on your property?
No, just across the street, man.
Yeah.
It looked like a head.
People think, oh, it's an empty lot. There's no house there yet, so we could just leave the poop there. No. Clean it. It stinks. It's wrong. It's not neighborly.
Shoot, New York, they never picked up their poop. Remember that?
No, people in New York never picked up the poop.
Oh,
You kidding me?
God.
That's why we've talked about it on the show. There was shitland. You knew you brought your dog there.
Yeah.
Dog was going to poop, and you weren't going to clean it.
No, hell no. Right by that factory, too, right?
Yeah.
And everybody comes out to eat lunch, and they smelling shit.
Yeah. Oh, man, that place, you walk down that block stunk.
Yeah, especially when it was hot. Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
It's just not right, man. It's not.
Makes me want to vomit.
Don't wear slippers with open toes.
Look at this professional guy over here. Trent, speaking of vomit, there's a clinic.
Oh, boy.
There's a clinic in Amsterdam which treats anxiety. I experience anxiety.
Yeah, I'm excited right now.
Because he can actually see Trent. He knows where he's at, so it causes anxiety. But the clinic in Amsterdam, they treat anxiety, phobias, and PTSD. They posted a job opening for someone who was able to vomit at will, and not a dude named Will.
Okay, how much I get paid?
Well, I don't have. I'm sure you get paid well. I don't have an actual number on that, but hey, you would think that is a unique talent.
I'm going to Amsterdam to throw up.
So the person who fills it's a part-time position. So.
Oh no, that means I got to be in a smaller room.
I want to. What? Part-time means you got to be in a smaller room, Trent. It's well known. The person who fills the part-time position will help patients who have a fear of vomiting, replacing a previous employee who retired. So this is a position they've had. They're professional vomiter.
Yeah,
Is that what did you say?
Professional throw up, dude.
The professional throw up, dude. I'll go with that. A vomiteer. I don't know how you would say that. Vomitus, the professional vomitus. I'm just making stuff up here.
Vomitus.
It's a new position.
Yes.
Would basically their original guy retired, so they need a new one. Their psychologist on staff who posted the position said the response has been overwhelming. There are many more applications than expected. Our new transmitter, that's the name of the position.
Oh, really?
Transmitter. Our new transmitter is certainly among them. One hopeful applicant gushed, "Now I can finally share my art, vomiting on command."
Oh, my goodness. I love this job. Check it out, Mick. Oh, yeah.
That's out of your mouth.
That's out of my
That's
mouth.
disgusting.
Yeah, I just farted out of my mouth, guys.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. But, there you go. That's an interesting job, an interesting position. I don't understand the philosophy behind it. Your people, I guess they have phobias that involve vomiting.
Yeah, but what do they do with the vomit?
Who doesn't have a phobia with vomiting? The moment I see someone throw up, I have to throw up. It's immediate,
I remember that.
So I think everybody has a phobia of vomiting, and if you didn't, maybe you drink too much. It's a good phobia.
Maybe I used to go in as a teenager, man, throwing up. My mom was beating me at the same time.
Anyway, there you go.
Let me tell you something, man. I have a legit fear. And I have a vomit story for you. Unfortunately, I do, because I was on vacation back in 2018. I was on vacation in at a resort in St. Petersburg, Florida. I don't know if you know where that's at. But
it's in
that's
Florida.
That's in St. Petersburg.
We were both right.
We actually didn't stay too far away from your favorite ballpark, Tropicana Field.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to throw up
Yeah, now I'm going
to
to throw up.
That's why I said that. It was that was done by design. That was pretty clever.
Good shoot.
But anyway, so we stayed there, and let me tell you something. I ate something, or I don't know exactly what happened, but I scared myself by how much I vomited. There was one night where I vomited for in a span of 3 hours. I vomited 5 times. It was creepy.
Oh my! Hey, let me ask you something. Can you shit and vomit at the same time?
Hell yeah, that was the worst night of my life. You want to talk about shitting and vomiting?
Yeah.
I never experienced that in my life.
I think we remember that.
There was one interesting night, and I was living in the Bronx, and I was by myself. You guys were living in Florida already.
Oh.
And I was actually in my house recording music. I was having a good time. I was in the middle of trying to write a song, and I was feeling it. I was like, you know what? But too much time. I was so into what I was doing. I look up. It's about 8 o'clock at night. I haven't eaten anything. I'm starving. Let me put this on hold. I'm on fire right now, but let me put this on hold and go get something to eat. And I make the brilliant decision of going to get some White Castle.
Oh, nice.
No.
Belly bombers, baby.
So here I am starving. I go grab some White Castle. I come home, eat the burgers, sit down in front of my computer to try and keep mixing some music. And I realize immediately, I don't want to do this anymore. Something's wrong. And for the entire rest of the night, I'm throwing up and diarrhea at the exact same time. Like it was the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. And in those moments of just, embarrassing horribleness, I thought I would die. I didn't think I was surviving the night.
But how'd you get your head in the bowl while you was pooping?
It wasn't going in the bowl, bro. It was going in the sink. There was a lot of acrobatics that had to work out for the whole thing. But yeah, when that vomit was coming out and the poop was coming out, the head was trying to get to the sink. You know what I'm saying? So,
tapeworm coming out.
That was the worst night of my life. I legitimately thought I was going to die. But, I'm still here.
Yes, and we're glad you're still here.
That was some serious food poisoning that night.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
So, yes, to answer your question, you can poop and vomit at the same time. I experienced that, and it was the worst night of my life.
Oh, I love it.
I was going to respond by saying I don't want to know, but now I know.
Yeah, and in full detail, Trent. In full detail.
You had to see it. My butt was like a machine gun.
Well, no, that's one way to describe it. I was more like a Gatling gun. You know?
There you go. Hey, the walls look nice now.
Oh, shit. Yeah. So let me tell you now. Since we're talking about Mother Nature and going to the bathroom and what have you, well, there was this guy on a sailboat.
Oh.
And this guy on a sailboat was headed to Chesapeake Bay from Queens, New York. I'm sure you guys are familiar with where Queens is. Of course.
Where's Queens?
I think it's on the other side of the bridge.
Astoria.
Yeah, Astoria.
Astoria.
Nah, but we're from the Bronx.
Yeah, we're from the Bronx. We don't know about that.
Yeah.
I used to date somebody in Queens, but
you had to pay to get to those boroughs. Ridiculous.
Well, oh yeah, or take a freaking 3-hour subway ride to try to get somewhere else.
Well,
remember how bad it was trying to get to Brooklyn on the train?
Oh my God, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Oh,
obviously that relationship didn't work out for you. But,
that's true.
Yeah, it didn't. I mean, I don't want to know any details. But
oh, you want details?
No,
wait a minute.
No,
you got a couple hours? No.
Yeah, no. But anyway, so there was this guy who was on a boat and traveling. He had a couple guests with him in his boat. Well, he discovered halfway through the trip he had to go to the bathroom. So he had just bought this boat about 3 weeks prior to taking the trip. So he was still learning how to work it, learning the controls and what have you. So he's like, okay, I'll turn it on autopilot. Well,
yeah, that was genius.
much to his chagrin, he turned on autopilot while he was using the restroom, and the boat shut off, and they were stuck. They were stuck in the water. They were stuck.
So there was stuff stuck in his butt.
Well, first of all, you said it was a sailboat. How does a sailboat have autopilot? I think there was something wrong with this guy.
Sometimes they have little moments.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're not out there dealing with the wind.
Yeah, it's not a big bag of wind.
Oh,
come on.
So that's one thing. Second of all, if you don't know it too good, maybe going out into the ocean is a bad idea. It's like saying that dude is the pilot of my plane and he doesn't know the plane too good. Would you go up in a plane with someone that doesn't know the plane too good?
Man, I wouldn't go up in a plane if there was nobody in the plane.
So this guy, but my dad wants to get a boat and be a captain. Trent, would you get on a boat with Captain Rich?
Yeah, baby.
well,
I'll bring a porta potty, man.
Ooh.
It's crazy because if that were to happen, he would need to know the boat very well. It's kind of like, I will never go on a boat or drive with someone who is operating a car for the first time or had just gotten a new vehicle or is still learning how to drive a certain vehicle. That is a no to me, and that will never ever happen. So but I mean,
I'm
hey,
so
maybe
sad you don't want to get in a boat with me, man.
You're not gonna get in a boat with my dad, Trent? That's terrible.
Well, I mean, if once he gets to know the boat, I mean, yeah, I'll get in. But if he doesn't know what he's doing, we got problems.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna name it the USS Meadow.
The what?
The USS Meadow, Gilligan's Island, man.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
All right.
So what happened to this dude, man?
It's kind of like, I wouldn't get on an airline flight with if I knew the pilot. First of all, why would the pilot be flying a commercial airline flight if he barely knew the plane? Number one. Number two, if I knew that he didn't really, he really didn't know what he was doing. No, there's no way in the world.
Nah, I would ask the pilot before he goes in and say, "Hey, man, did you shit today?"
Oh boy. All right. So
well, this is seriously making me think about my airline flight next month.
Yeah.
So good luck with that.
Well, we go from being stuck in the ocean to being stuck in the sky. Can you imagine? Well, a Chinese man in his 40s, identified only as Hugh, and his partner were picking pine nuts in a forest park in northeastern China on September 4th. But they were using an unconventional method. They were perched in the basket of a tethered hydrogen balloon. Can you imagine?
What the hell is that?
I'm confused. Which might have been fine, but the balloon became untethered, CBS News reported. The second person, now here's a great friend.
Okay.
There's 2 people in the balloon, right?
All right.
The second person jumped out right away. They just abandoned
That
the
dude
other
bailed. He bailed on his boy.
The second person jumped to the ground, but Hugh was aloft in the balloon for 2 days and traveled more than 200 miles before rescuers reached him by cell phone and instructed him about how to slowly deflate the balloon and land safely. By that time, he was close to the border with Russia.
Shit.
He was reportedly in good health, aside from having back pain from standing so long.
Standing?
Yeah.
He had to poop, bro. Come on.
Well,
He had to poop.
a lot of things
He
had
had
to
to
happen.
put that little butt over there and let it drip along.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
That's what I do, Trent. I let my butt out there and it drips along.
Listen,
That's
drive
how I
that
poop.
car fast, man.
What do you when my wife says, "What are you doing in there?" I'll say, "I'm letting my butt drip along." That's what I'm doing. That's how I describe it. Let it drip along.
I'm drip.
Trent, do you know the artist Post Malone?
Of course.
I want to be your friend while shopping in the Benz. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Circles, the whole thing.
Say what?
Are you into it? Are you with it, bro?
I ain't with that thing.
No,
What is
I'm
that?
not
What's he
familiar
talking
with
about?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, Post Malone's really one of the great artists out there right now, and he has face tattoos, and I like everyone with face tattoos.
That's great, man.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. I think if you have a face tattoo, you're cool. So I think that's pretty much
Dumbass.
cemented. I aspire to one day have a couple of face tattoos as
Nah,
well.
I don't think so.
Yes, I think so. Maybe an anchor. It's a big anchor on my forehead.
When I put the tattoos in me, my mom says, the police could get, they know who you are now. I go, but I'm not going to do anything. What are you, crazy? I'm going to rob a bank?
I'm going to have a big anchor on my forehead that
Yeah.
says the USS RC-3. Pretty
Whoa.
dope.
You definitely, there's something wrong with you, son.
Yeah, I'm very disturbed.
What?
Yeah.
Well, Post Malone, he's one of the greats out there right now.
Okay.
What they call a genre-bending artist. It's hard to tell. Is he rapping? Is it pop music? There's a little rock in there. As a matter of fact, there's a great YouTube video, if you check it out, of Post Malone and a couple of other musicians doing all Nirvana songs. And really, that was the first thing that I saw him do that made me realize what kind of an artist he is and appreciate the music that he's putting out there. So, but anyway, at a recent concert, Post Malone was in St. Louis. His concert was cut short. Why was it cut short? He fell through a trap door on the stage that is made to transport guitars up and down. So he just fell through a trap door.
Oh, genius.
This $1 million super, artist in St. Louis just fell through a trap door.
Come on, they didn't latch it? What's the matter with those
Here's
people?
we have the audio of the moment. Here you go.
Oh,
Post
shit.
Malone
Go ahead.
falling through a trap door. Oh, everything just stops.
Give me like three or 4 minutes.
In St. Louis, thank you for the patience. So whenever we do the acoustic part of the show, the guitar's on the guitar stand and it goes down, there's this big hole, so I go around there and I turn the corner and bust my ass and winded me pretty good. And we just got back from the hospital. Everything's good. They gave me some pain meds and everything, so we can keep kicking ass on the tour. I just want to apologize. I love you guys so much.
So that was last week, and apparently from what I read, after he fell, busted his ass, as he said, through the hole.
He started the concert again,
He
right?
came back out, and it was a shortened concert. They didn't finish. It wasn't as long as it would usually be. But he got out there and he performed a little more for them. But obviously he was in pain and he was hurt. So
What a man.
there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm actually a Post Malone fan. That was a cool story there. The dedication of an artist, Trent, to bust your ass and still get out there for the fans and at least give them something, right? Because I mean, if you want to go see Post Malone in one of those arenas right now, he literally is maybe the biggest artist in the world right now, or at least one of them. You're dropping at least $200 for one of those tickets.
So
at
he's
least.
a badass then, right?
At least,
he
That-
is.
and that's the raw price. You add taxes in there. You're gonna have to pay more. You add other fees. You're spending upwards to about $600-700.
Yeah.
If you got 3 people going with you, it's basically
easily. Yeah, that's big money to go to that concert.
Rolling Stones concert was expensive.
Oh
right?
yeah, that goes without saying. Those are the legends. Hard to get in there. So
we paid a lot for our Earth, Wind, and Fire tickets. We're about to go to Thursday night. So we'll see.
Nice.
So there were, and this stuff. The only concert news I have, guys, there was some added panic to the Panic. Are you familiar with a band called Panic at the Disco, Trent?
Yes, I am.
Well, they had a recent show, and panic broke out when a fire broke out on stage. It's amazing. Panic at the Disco show. Here you go. Here's some audio.
And the band is still playing.
Fire! He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Fire! Fire!
That's part of the show, man.
I love the end when the guy goes fire and everybody's like, yeah. Maybe they think it's part of the show, you know. Fire is great.
I love fire.
This is the greatest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
We don't need no stinking matches. Come on, keep playing.
So I guess, you know, a little irony there. It's a
Yeah.
little, but, you know, the story said panic at the
Yeah.
Panic at the Disco. It didn't sound like panic to me.
No, it sounded like, whoa.
Yeah, people were like, well, this is great.
This is great stuff, man.
You know, and other shocking news this week,
Uh-oh.
Al Pacino is in jail.
No way.
Yeah. Al Pacino.
Our boy Al.
Yeah, a 25-year-old named Al Pacino is back behind bars.
Ah, get out of here, you mug. What's the matter with you?
Actually, get this.
He said that.
You know, people dig these weird names these days.
Yeah.
His
Yeah, like
first
you.
name, thanks, Trent. His first name is Al Pacino. That's his whole first name.
Yeah.
That's not. It's not two names. His first name is spelled Al Pacino, and his last name is June. So his full name is Al Pacino June.
There's something definitely wrong in that house.
What's up with those parents, man?
I don't know, man.
That's some serious stuff. But anyway, Al Pacino was interviewed after being arrested again. Now, why was he arrested? And this, by the way, Mr. Al Pacino Jr. lives in Florida. He was a no-show at his Orlando, Florida court date, and that's why ultimately he got arrested. He allegedly battered his girlfriend and was in possession of ecstasy.
Oh, my goodness.
So, interesting dude. This Al Pacino, we do have audio of him at the courthouse. Here you go.
Hoo-ah! Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Say hello to my little friend!
So
WNEW plays all the hits.
he had a lot to say. It's Al Pacino June. So there you go. Interesting stuff there. You know, we do have serious news on this show. It doesn't have to be all poop and Post Malone concerts.
Oh,
and,
no. Should I get my handkerchief out?
You know, well, no, don't do that. Well, maybe you should actually. Do you think you're going to cry?
I don't know. Boo-hoo.
Are you an
man.
emotional person?
I'm so emotional.
Well,
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, every time I look in the mirror, I'm emotional. I go, holy crap. What is that?
Well, this is serious. I have a PSA for you guys. A shocking new study.
Oh, boy.
All right, this is a shocking news story.
I know where
Shows
this is going.
That first-time dads can suffer brain shrinkage compared to guys
Yeah.
with no kids.
Yeah, they don't know nothing, man.
This is a public service.
I suffer brain shrinkage every time I talk to RC3.
Wow, but
Oh, boy.
let's just. I wanted to play this PSA so that people can be informed on this very serious matter.
Okay.
A new study shows that first-time dads can experience major shrinkage.
Shrinkage? Shrinkage? Oh no! This is gonna ruin my life.
Yes, brain shrinkage is a symptom of being a first-time father.
Oh, brain shrinkage. Yeah, I can live with that.
So there you go. That's
I got brain shrinkage all the time. For
and
years.
you're proud of it.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. How do you spell that shit?
He's proud of it, Trent.
I know.
He's into his brain shrinkage. You know, and if
No,
I
wait a minute. How you saying that, man?
what what
Nothing.
Oh, okay. He said, "How are you saying that?"
Getting old is tough, son.
And finally,
Finally.
this was an interesting story because I was when I first came down to Florida, I really got into the surfing.
Yes.
You know, and it was a lot of fun. I think surfing is an amazing experience. It's almost the type of experience, and I'm not joking when I say this, brings you closer to God. You're one with nature. You feel like you're flying. It really is a truly unique, incredible rush surfing the waves. But one of the reasons I stopped was when I was out in the ocean, all the surfers saw a bull shark out there.
Oh, bull shark.
Yeah. And
Did he have horns?
That was do bulls have horns?
I don't know. Do they?
Well, if a regular bull has horns, I would think a bull shark does too.
Yeah, I don't understand why nobody sells fish legs.
Fish-
Anyway, that's another story.
I love fish legs.
Yeah,
They
man,
sell
it's
it-
pretty good, man.
Delicious. But this is pretty interesting because usually surfers, they have to deal with sharks. That's what you worry about.
Right.
You worry about sharks. You never think that you're going to have to worry about a pregnant sea otter.
Otter.
A otter.
Otter?
An otter.
An otter.
Are you familiar with the sea otters, Trent?
Nope.
Well, this was a pregnant one, and with sharks, you worry, that shark's going to bite my leg
Yeah.
off. Well, the sea otter, it stole his surfboard. It took it from him.
What?
It didn't hurt him or bite him. It literally took his surfboard. We have eyewitnesses right here. Check it out.
Otter just took Bart's board. Are you kidding? How's this gonna work out? No way. Dude, this isn't gonna be... It ain't budging.
Let's go paddle out and rescue.
It's a hard deal because if he gets him off, it's gonna try to attack him and he just has to get on the board right away. It's a standoff.
Boy, we're gonna go help him. Come on, boys. Come on.
It is not over at all. He's coming in.
Watch yourselves, quick.
So the sea otter was a thief. It stole a pregnant sea otter. Took the surfboard.
Maybe she didn't want to be in the water no more.
Maybe, so ultimately the surfer had no luck trying to shoo it away. As a matter of fact, the otter would end up chasing him on the surfboard, paddling and everything. No, I don't know.
Really? He must have had long arms.
Eventually, one of the surfer's friends was able to grab the board and return it to its righteous
so he
owner.
got it back?
He got it back from the sea otter.
Okay.
So a happy ending. Here on the news. That's what we like to do. We like to give you a happy ending.
Oh, that's great. I'm so happy.
Even when there's brain shrinkage involved. So.
Again with the shrinkage. You're already hurting my feelings here.
Oh, be careful.
I'll never get in the pool again.
Super Radio Rundown.
Yes, the Super Radio Rundown. A lot in the news of entertainment this week. Let's get it started as we always do. Taking a look at the weekend box office. A lot of new movies in the top 5 this week. We've seen a lot of the same the past couple of months. Well, The Woman King. The Woman King.
Woman King.
Number 1. You don't know what The Woman King? You know. Come on, man. The Woman King made $19 million. So that's big at the box office over the weekend. Big drop off from number 1 to number 2. From 19 million, you go to 6 million for The Barbarian. Pearl at 3 million.
Barbarian.
See How They Run at 3 million. And Bullet Train still in the top 5, which I saw and I dug. It was pretty cool with 2 million. So The Woman King, $19 million at the box office. Now, if you're wondering what The Woman King is, you obviously don't know what's going on because this was a huge movie. Tell us about The Woman King, Dad.
The Woman King.
Yeah, tell us about this movie.
It's in the movies.
This is a great point. It's a great point. Thank you very much. So I actually saw a lot of people comparing this movie to Gladiator.
Really?
They say it's the modern Gladiator. That's what a lot of people are saying. The Woman King is a 2022 American historical epic film about the all-female warrior unit that protected the West African kingdom of Dahomey during the 17th.
Homie?
I hope I said that right.
You said homie?
Dahomey Dahomey, during the 17th to 19th centuries.
I thought he said homie too, so
Dahomey. During the 17th and 19th centuries, set in the 1820s. The film stars Viola Davis as a general who trains the next generation of warriors to fight their enemies. So, The Woman King, #1 at the box office.
Right.
Over again, like I said, that's the only thing I can offer. I haven't seen it. It's being compared to Gladiator. They're saying it's a modern
Amazon women, probably, right?
But was there an Amazon woman movie to compare it to?
Let me see.
Other than Wonder Woman, the first one.
Yeah, just Wonder Woman.
Yeah. So this announcement was made. Sony Pictures has announced a new film in the Karate Kid franchise.
Oh, my goodness.
We're going to get a new Karate Kid movie. That's pretty awesome. Very disappointing is the fact that there is no connection to the current Netflix Cobra Kai series, which is brilliant. Just ran through it in a week. I think it was 8 episodes. We finished it. You know, the episodes are only about 25, 30 minutes, but it's great. Still with Daniel LaRusso and all those guys. And the guy who plays Johnny, same guy from the original movie. He's fantastic in it. All of them, they're great. And season 5 just wrapped up. So it's amazing with Cobra Kai. It was initially a YouTube show because YouTube was trying to do their own streaming service similar to Netflix. It didn't really work out for them. That whole thing folded. However, Cobra Kai was so good, Netflix gave it life, brought it on board, and 5 seasons later, we're looking forward to season 6 now. So Cobra Kai's been great, and cool to hear that there's a Karate Kid movie, the first one since 2010, when you had Will Smith's son with Jackie Chan in that one back in 2010. Who knows what this? We don't know anything about it, but we do know that there will be a new Karate Kid movie in 2023 possibly. So we'll look forward to that.
Wow.
Marvel's Werewolf by Night Halloween special receives a spooky black and white trailer. This is pretty cool. Now, in the 70s in Marvel Comics, a lot of interesting things going on there. You still had the comic code in full force. But a couple of things that were really popular in cinema were some horror movies and kung fu movies. And Marvel Comics tried to replicate that, with the kung fu, with characters like Iron Fist and Shang-Chi. But there were also very popular horror comics in Marvel. Dracula was huge. I did not know about Werewolf by Night, I'll be honest with you, until maybe a couple of months ago when the Moon Knight series was released. And I have Marvel Unlimited where you can kind of go through and read anything. It's a great service. If you dig comics and you don't have Marvel Unlimited, you have to download that immediately.
I ain't got no time for that.
But yeah, you're so busy. But anyway, I okay, great. Moon Knight's coming out. I'm going to do some videos on this because I dig Moon Knight. I dig the character. Wasn't aware that the origin of that character was in a Werewolf by Night comic book. I was kind of shocked by that. So Moon Knight's first appearance is in a Werewolf by Night comic. So I ended up reading that origin and then reading some of the Werewolf by Night stuff. Basically a dude that turns into a werewolf but becomes a superhero as a werewolf. He uses his werewolf powers to help people.
Werewolf.
So Werewolf by Night will be released on October 7th on Disney Plus. So we're looking forward to that. If in case you were wondering,
yes,
the Scary Movie takes cues from the 30s and 40s cinematic styles, telling the story of Jack Russell.
Jack Russell.
Marvel's hilarious. Jack Russell Terrier. Of course, the guy would have a dog name. The story of Jack Russell, a man who belongs to a family of lycanthropes and carries a curse. Are you aware of lycanthropy, Trent? Are you not aware of lycanthropy? The disease.
What is that?
You don't know about lycanthropy. I am so disappointed.
Can I get
in
it?
You guys.
Do I have to get a shot for that?
Well, I don't know if a shot will work out. You might be able to see an old woman. Like I think what happened in the original movie, Lon Chaney had to go see the gypsy lady.
Yes.
Right? And all of that went down. But no, lycanthropy is the disease where when the full moon rises, you metamorphosize into a wolf.
Oh, shit. I want that shot, man.
This is an ancient This is an ancient disease that has been a bane on human existence for thousands of years and has been talked about.
I want to be
folklore.
the werewolf of Palm Coast, brother.
But that is what lycanthropy is, and apparently he's from a family who suffers from this, that carries a curse that ultimately turns him into a werewolf. As the story progresses, Russell manages to control his vicious persona and becomes a hero, utilizing his powers to conquer evil. So there you go.
I'll see that.
Yeah. It looks. I mean, the old comics were pretty cool. Like I said, it's kind of a. I think it was a popular comic book in the 70s, but it was one of the books that stayed in the 70s.
Yeah.
I know Dracula reemerged as a comic that people were buying in the 90s, but Werewolf by Night never came back. Anyway, really cool that they're doing that. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh.
Werewolf by Night, in case you didn't know. Video game news.
Oh, no.
Video game. Yeah. What, is something wrong?
No, nothing, man. Everything's cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, video game.
I think maybe I thought maybe you weren't as excited as me for video game news.
Oh, I'm so excited. Hold on.
I'm so freaking excited.
Oh, yeah.
I
Mario Party 1, what is that?
Mario Party 1. A news release says that more Nintendo 64 classics are coming to the Nintendo Switch. Very exciting, because Nintendo 64, right up my alley. I had a Nintendo 64, experienced some of my favorite games of all time on Nintendo 60. How dare you, Trent? Including The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, which is it's top 3 game of all time for me. Not many games can be. As a matter of fact, that game really created the style that many games would copy after it. So it would be interesting to play it again. I don't know if I could invest that kind of time into it. Cause
yeah,
it's like,
you used to play all night.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, I think my final number, I put 140 hours into that game. I think when
hell no, I get dizzy after half hour.
But and the great thing about that one is you went back and forth in time. It was just nuts. It was so awesome. It was the greatest at the time for sure. Between that and Resident Evil 2, two of the great games of that time. But you'll be able to play it again on Switch. Mario Kart 64 coming to the Switch. GoldenEye 007. Which is another one of those games that really started the multiplayer shooter game. You know, I remember being at friend's house. At that time, there wasn't online gaming, but the screen would split into 4 different areas, and you would all hunt each other. But then you could cheat looking at the other person's screen, you know, seeing where they're at. So many great hours and hours were lost trying to kill each other in GoldenEye. That's coming back. That's really I wouldn't really want to play that again. So also Excite Bike. I didn't play Excite Bike on N64, but I actually played it on the original Nintendo.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Excite Bike. The greatest thing, Trent, about Excite Bike was that you could, and I had this game for the original Nintendo, which shows how old I am. But and I loved Excite Bike when I was a kid. You know, that was before I'm even 10. Was one of my favorite games. And one of the best parts of Excite Bike was that you could create your own courses. So, and that was well ahead of its time. That was a really cool thing. So, a lot of cool things coming to the Nintendo Switch, N64 games. And maybe the greatest news we have gotten.
Oh, boy.
Everybody who loves Zelda, we all enjoyed 2017's The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which was the first Zelda game in a long time, I think since Skyward Sword on Nintendo Wii. But 2017 brought the Breath of the Wild, which was, it was an incredible game. It was amazing. I put in about 80 hours on Breath of the Wild.
Hell no.
It took me almost 2 years about 1.5 years to finish, because I stopped playing it for a while and then played it again. That's what always happens with Zelda games. You put it down for a while and then you come back. But I loved Breath of the Wild. We're looking forward to a sequel, and that sequel has been delayed here and there, but The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom to arrive exclusively on the Nintendo Switch on May 12th, 2023. So we're less than a year away, I guess just a couple months away from finally getting the, 2023, 6 years after Breath of the Wild, we are getting the sequel. And I'm super excited about that. Really pumped up. Love Zelda. Street Fighter 6. A lot of video game stuff. Sorry, guys. But you know how much I love Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I grew up in the arcades playing Street Fighter. A big-time fan. Not so much these days. I don't know. I feel bad when I buy a fighting game. And it doesn't matter what fighting game it is. It could be Street Fighter. It could be Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
You know, I play it for like 2 or 3 days, and then I'm done with it. I get so tired of it because there's not much to it. But I want to play Street Fighter 6. That has been announced, and we're going to get a beta coming up in October to test it out. So, and the cool thing here, I'm sure they've had this before. I don't remember ever utilizing it, but there's actually going to be a create a character feature in Street Fighter 6 that you can use in the world tournaments.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I remember when Street Fighter 5 came out, I tried to compete in the world tournaments, and I got my ass kicked. So, but I'll try again, and it'll be cool to create my own character to do that. So that's about it for video game news. Resident Evil Villages, which the last 2 Resident Evil games I wasn't that into. I don't think they're real Resident Evil games. First-person shooters, to me, it's just not Resident Evil. I can't get into it. Now, the remake of Resident Evil 4, which we're all waiting for, because I love the remake of 2. I haven't played 3 yet, but 4 should be out soon. We are looking forward to that. And
that's the exciting. That's one of the most exciting pieces of news in the worldwide world of sports.
Well, you know what? Competing e-games is e-sport competition. It's one of the biggest things in the world right now. You look at Japan; they fill 20,000-seat arenas just to watch people compete in video games.
I'll be a loser.
So,
all the time.
Hey, if you were good, people make big money competing in those video game competitions, and it's like a sport to a lot of people. It's a modern sport. So, but we're kind of more into the traditional sports here.
Yes. Hurt me, baby.
Yeah. Super Radio, brother. Sports. Trent, I will let you take control of the conversation. Take it away.
We got to talk football, man. It's because the Buccaneers are 2-0, and you know that's always a great thing.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston is Jameis Winston. We saw that he threw 4 interceptions, 5 turnovers in all.
I thought it was 3. It was 4. My goodness.
I think it was 4.
This is what I told Trent. I said, well, one thing I learned from the Buck game was Jameis Winston still sucks.
Big time.
You expect a guy to get better. He has his great team behind him. You listen to all the experts heading into the game. The Saints have one of the best rosters in football. They're going to win this game and establish their dominance in the NFC South. And what did we see? Same old from Jameis Winston.
He's got broken ribs or something.
Winston?
Yeah. That's
I didn't see that. So go ahead, Trent. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, bro.
Talk about your Bucks.
Yeah.
Well, the Buccaneers are still even though Tom Brady, he does have Wednesdays off now. By the way, I do have to tell you that
what is he doing on Wednesdays?
I don't know. It's probably Giselle, probably something that Giselle wants him to do.
I think he's doing his nails.
He's got to go to the store, like Trent said, to get groceries.
Oh yeah,
he's got to go to the store. You know, he's 45 years old. He's got a lot of stuff going on.
Costco, yeah, he's got a lot of stuff.
But
going
he's not a senior yet. Yeah, but he does look like a senior, right?
He's 45 years old and he's got a lot of stuff going on.
He does got a lot of stuff going on.
Like you, right?
Yeah. I'm 66. I got a lot of shit going on.
I thought you were 66 and you don't got shit going on.
67.
You're 67?
Yeah.
Whoa.
When's your birthday?
My birthday is February 2nd. I was born on a rotten day, man.
He's 67, Trent. I was trying to lead you into the joke you said before the show, which you've missed on. But Trent, before the show, what did my dad say? He said, I'm 67 and I ain't got shit going on.
I ain't got shit going on. Yeah.
That was the best thing I heard all day.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I thought it was terrific. But you know, hey, even look, despite the fact that Tom Brady, you know, wasn't able to, you know, yes, he did throw that beautiful touchdown to Mike Evans. I want to touch on something that happened during the game. I want to touch on this fight because this fight, you know, first of all, I love seeing fights in football games, man. I don't know what it is. It just, I mean, like, well, I shouldn't say that. I don't love it necessarily, but
you can't walk something like that back, Trent. You got
Yeah, man. So what? Let me punch this guy in the helmet.
no, I love hey, I love the competitive nature. What can I tell you? Mike Evans got in a fight with Marshawn Lattimore. This is like the 5th chapter of this battle. They've been battling since 2018.
Yeah.
Of course, something supposedly, from what I understand, Tom Brady started it because Brady started saying something, and then Brady and Lattimore were jawing back and forth, and Leonard Fournette, came over and shoved somebody, and then Mike Evans came over and said, "Hell no, man, you're not doing this to my quarterback." So he just took matters into his own hands and dealt with it like men. And, come to find out, it was a long discussion by the referees. The bench is cleared, and next thing you know, they said, okay, number 23 and number 13 are both disqualified. Of course, Lattimore was number 23, and, do the process of elimination, Mike Evans, number 13 for Tampa Bay. Anyway, that's beside the point. So they were both suspended. Then, and let me tell you this, all of a sudden, the news comes down yesterday that Mike Evans has been suspended.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I think only for a couple of games, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe just one game. But anyway, you know who they picked up, and I picked him up for my fantasy team too, man. I picked up Cole Beasley, the 10-year veteran, former Dallas Cowgirl. I picked up Cole Beasley from formerly of the Buffalo Bills. He was one of their main targets, one of Josh Allen's main targets. So, if Brady can get him the ball, fantasy-wise, that'd give me some points.
Well, and from what I can tell, your fantasy team needs as much help as it can get these days.
Boy.
You're not kidding. With all the injuries and,
not going too well for you, huh?
Yeah, with all the injuries and where I picked in the draft and, that's
and another lesson from this game, and this is some of the stuff that I read. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Jameis Winston, and those 3 interceptions he threw was like in the last, quarter for them. It all happened after this fight took place, and the Buccaneer players, they know Jameis Winston,
right?
And in a way, they egged him on, because there was audio of all this happened, and Jameis Winston was like, all right, let's effing get them now. Let's go get them. He got too excited, and he went from playing, controlled football. It was only, I think, 3-0. They only had 3 points, but he went from playing controlled football to the same old Jameis. He started throwing these ridiculous passes.
Into his head, man.
Yeah, the whole fight changed his persona and turned him back into the turnover machine, and he was, at this point, the game was 3-3. The Saints scored 3 points in the first quarter. The Buccaneers answered with 3 in the third. And that's another thing I take from this game as well, is as great as the Buccaneers defense looks, and they look like maybe the best defensive unit in football, or at least one of the best defensive units in football, that offense has not flourished. And Tom Brady and the Buccaneer offense has not played well in the first 2 weeks. So you look at the NFC as a whole.
Look, and in all honesty, it's the defense that's showing up for Tampa Bay. It's guys like Shaq Barrett and Devin White, guys who are making plays on that defensive line. It's the defense that's showing up and really making the plays for Tampa Bay. In all honesty, I'm not very happy with the way the offense has been playing. But the Cowboys, they held the Saints and the Cowboys to 13 combined points in the first 2 games. This defense is for real.
Yeah, that defense is getting the job done. And like I said, it's just a really annoying game. If for whatever reason over the years I've rooted for Winston, I feel like he gets a raw deal. The whole thing at Florida State with the crab legs and everything. He's definitely coming into the league with all the expectations as the number 1 pick. So I have rooted for him to do well. The 30 picks were rough with the Buccaneers that year. And then on top of it, I forget which teammate said it, but one of his teammates on that team said, look, we had the talent to win a Super Bowl when Winston was here, but he threw 30 interceptions. We got rid of him. We brought Brady in, and we won a Super Bowl. So
I think that was either Levante. I know who you're talking about. I think it was Levante David. Or
yeah,
somebody of
it
those
was
names.
him. Yep. So
Hey, by the way, but you have to put some respect behind his name. But Levante David, a heck of a linebacker, RC3. But I do have to tell you, Devin White took a shot at Jameis Winston. This is going to be a rivalry renewed at Raymond James Stadium at the end of the season because because Devin White said on national TV, he said, "Oh, we knew that Jameis Winston was going to give us the ball." So so basically, he took a shot at Jameis there, and you watch. This is all just getting started between Tampa Bay and New Orleans.
Oh boy, the fire's starting, baby.
Oh yeah, it's an interesting rivalry, and but like I said, I come away with this feeling like Winston still stinks, and in the big spot, he's going to turn the ball over. So that was just rough to watch. But hey, great win for Tampa. A lot of question marks when you're looking at the NFC. There's not a lot of teams that you look at that could possibly compete with the Buccaneers because, look, they got Tom Brady. He's the GOAT, right? You thought maybe the Saints were that team. After that game, it doesn't look like it. The Panthers and the Falcons just stink. I mean, those teams. Baker Mayfield is awful. We talk about that. You look at the North. Kirk Cousins showed who he really is with the 3 interceptions Monday night. I mean, my goodness. And all the experts, again, this is Cousins and Jefferson's year after the first week. Look at him Monday night. Oh, my goodness. It just looked terrible.
These guys don't know jack.
Maybe the Packers, they bounce back a little bit there week 2. But even who am I getting excited about? I know I've killed Murray. Kyler Murray on this show, and he did some incredible stuff last week with the fourth quarter comeback. And of course, you got the Rams and the Niners. Everything changes with them with Jimmy G back under center. But the NFC, man, it's wide open there for the Buccaneers to get back to a Super Bowl. To me, I just don't see another team that.
And you look at it, the Rams aren't necessarily as good. That defense isn't as strong as it has been in years past. I mean, they were playing pretty well against Atlanta. You got to give credit to Atlanta, though. I mean, Marcus Mariota's looked good the past couple of weeks.
Atlanta.
Are you all right there, man?
Atlanta.
Atlanta Falcons.
The Falcons. Oh my goodness, they're terrible, Trent. They're terrible.
I know they're terrible. I know they're terrible, but Mariota's looked pretty good the past couple of weeks, if you notice.
Well, he can run the ball, but is he a quarterback? I mean, he's just not a. Is that a guy that when you and let's not forget, Marcus Mariota was a guy that was drafted with the 2nd overall pick in the draft. If I look at and when you draft a guy that high, you're expecting that you're going to get a guy that could lead you to a Super Bowl. Do I look at Marcus Mariota these first couple of weeks and say, oh, my goodness, this is a guy that's going to take me to a Super Bowl? He rushed for only 16 yards last week. He, made some big completions, was efficient, 17 for 26, throwing the football for 196 yards, still turned the ball over 2 times. And the Rams aren't quite the team they were last year. So, they made a nice charge in the fourth quarter, did the Falcons, but they're 0-2 and they're going nowhere, man. And I do not think Marcus Mariota is going to be their quarterback for 10 years. But maybe I'm wrong. See, that's where I get my trouble is there are guys that I always rooted for Winston out of that draft, but I always thought Marcus Mariota would never amount to anything.
I don't know. I thought he was pretty good in the first year.
Mariota? Well, didn't, what do you mean, with the Oregon Ducks?
Yeah, with the Oregon Ducks.
Well, they did with the Ducks. Ducks.
Yeah, duck.
But anyway.
People stink, man.
I don't know. I look at the NFC. It is wide open for anybody to go in there and win. I mean, do you believe in the Eagles and Jalen Hurts and 2-0? Do you believe in the New York Giants at 2-0 and Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley having big games?
Yeah, we'll see in a couple of weeks. They play Green Bay in England in a couple of weeks.
Oh, that game is in England?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Do you like that?
What time is that?
9:30 in the morning, so I'll be throwing up my breakfast and shit.
I can't stand
Hey,
that.
what day is that? What day? I mean, I know it's a Sunday, but what day of the what does the date on that? Because I'm gonna watch it.
You're gonna watch the Giants. Is it because it's in England, or you just want to see the Giants play?
I just want to see football in the morning, man. I want to sit down and eat
Not
breakfast.
because of the Giants. Now you just hurt my feelings.
Well, I can't. I don't know. I can't stand it. I hate it. I don't know if it was last year or the year before the Jets played the England game, and it was just, I don't know. I hated having to be aware of football at 9 a.m. It wasn't in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, then you got to watch all the other crap all day.
Yeah. So I don't know. I didn't dig it.
Just
but
confirm the date. It's October 9th at 9:30 in the morning. So we'll see.
9:30 in the morning? No. Sorry, I'm not going to be watching that. Packers.
What do you mean? I'm going to call you.
Oh, okay.
Go ring your doorbell, man. Yo, wake up.
So first time.
Wake up! There's football. There's giant football.
Well, first time in years that the Giants are 2-0 and they have the same record as the Buccaneers. How you feeling? Talk about it.
Yeah, we'll wait a couple of weeks, man. Yeah.
Hey, the real question is, how did everybody do on our picks?
Well, let me just say one thing. We'll get to that there, but I gotta mention the Jets down by 13 points with a minute 50 to go.
That was an amazing game.
And coming back to win a football game that nobody ever wins. Not only do you have to get the huge pass from Flacco for the big touchdown to Corey Davis, but after that you have to get an onside kick with the new rules is basically impossible.
That's unbelievable, and they got that, huh?
And they get the onside kick, and Joe Flacco has a great game after the horrible first week, 307 yards. The 4 touchdown passes, again, 2 of them in the last 2 minutes of the game. His game wasn't looking that great before the final 2 minutes, but whose game was looking that great before the final 2 minutes was Garrett Wilson. Looks like for the first time in my lifetime, the Jets get a draft pick right. Yay! I mean, he looks like a legit number 1 superstar wide receiver, and you love to see the development through the course of the game. At one point in the third quarter, Flacco realized, whoa, this dude's amazing, and he literally only threw to Garrett Wilson for the rest of the game. It was amazing to watch, and at the end of that game, you just knew he was going to him, and they couldn't stop it. And
your defense came up big in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, but come on, 30 points to the Browns. The defense played horrible in this game. But yeah, they made some plays late, but
at the good time.
But for the most part, this was just a disgusting game from the defense to let Chubb, and I know that's their strength, the Browns running the football, but to let Chubb and score 3 touchdowns, 87 yards, and let Jacoby Brissett at will at times in this game just move the ball up and down in the field on you was just hard to watch. And again, the Jets were down by 13 points. And everybody wants to get on Chubb for scoring that touchdown with a minute 50 left. They were like, oh, if you just go down, we could run the clock down to 40 seconds. The game is over. Well, you still went up by 13 points with a minute 50 to go. The Jets have 1 timeout left. There's no way. It was so ridiculous. So a great win for the Jets. And, again, you feel good, not necessarily because of the win. The win is great. Yeah, you feel great because of the win. But the draft picks, you look at Garrett Wilson, the dude is a legit star. That guy's a stud. Breece Hall, who they got in the second round, which everybody was saying that's a sleeper pick. He's one of the best running backs in the draft. He looked great, averaging 7 yards a carry in that game. And Michael Carter, of course, last year was a big draft pick for him, and he continues to play well out of the backfield. But seeing Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson play like that really makes you excited. Now, I've heard some.
Let me stop you there, because looking at fantasy purposes, I mean, hey, it may not be a bad idea to pick one of these guys up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're struggling in your fantasy league, maybe you pick up a Joe Flacco for the next 2 weeks, or maybe Zach Wilson doesn't suck. We don't know if he does or he doesn't yet. That's and that's where I was getting to here. Just one last thing on the Jets, because I heard a lot of crazy things from Jet fans after the game, especially from one of my favorite Jet fans of all time, New York broadcaster Joe Beningo. He's retired, but he does have a podcast that he puts out once a week. And last week, it's so hilarious. The guy's hilarious, right? So a week ago, he's Mike White has to play. Joe Flacco sucks. All this stuff, right? Which, of course, we were all feeling that as Jet fans. But then this week, he says after the game, he's like, if the Jets win this week, I don't care if Zach Wilson's ready to play. Flacco has to play.
Oh, boy.
Like, what the hell are you talking about, bro?
Oh, my God. He just turned the tables.
I mean, you go from Joe Flacco's a statue, he can't play, to even if Zach Wilson is ready to play, which is just ridiculous. Zach Wilson's healthy. We got to see what this guy is. You got to get him on the field. And because the point is, here's the point. The Jets' highest ceiling, the best they can be, is if Zach Wilson is a success. Because if that dude is a player and you put him on the field with some of these draft picks from the last couple of years, a top guy in Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, who's an awesome receiver they got through the draft, Brees, all the great, awesome skill players that you're starting to see develop on this team. You add a franchise quarterback to that, the Jets, now you're looking at a team within the next 5 years that can win a Super Bowl. That's not the case with Joe Flacco. Come back to me, Joe Beningo. What the hell are you talking about? But anyway, beside that, in my life, easily, at least, let me just say in the last 10 years, the best win by far the Jets have had.
Yes.
Easily. So, all right, picks.
Picks? Well, I'll give my Giants a couple of weeks, then I'll stop believing.
All right.
Maybe I'll go to church. I don't know.
Well, you're already believing. I think you're going to pick them this week. Maybe I'll start going to church.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm going to start going to church. Okay. The Lord says, you must get out.
Oh, my.
All right, here we go, man.
All right.
We all three picked the Chiefs.
Yeah.
35, was it 27-24.
All right, so we all picked the Chiefs. The Chiefs won. We all got the dub on that. All right.
Okay. Then we all pick the Panthers.
How?
Are you kidding me?
Well, there you go. That just shows you should keep picking against the Giants.
I'm not going to pick the Giants.
All right.
Until they lose.
All right, we all had that. We're
yeah,
geniuses.
but I picked the Giants last week.
Bunch of geniuses over here.
Yeah.
All right.
You and
Hey,
Trent.
how about the? I mean, I tell you, how about the Carolina Panthers with Baker Mayfield? They're he was talking all that trash at the beginning of the season.
He stinks.
Oh, he's great.
I still look back at that draft, man. The Browns draft Baker Mayfield with the first pick. The Giants draft Saquon Barkley with the second pick. The Jets draft Sam Darnold with the third pick. And with the seventh pick of the draft, the Buffalo Bills draft what all the experts were saying at the time is a project. A project. He's not going to be any good, at least right away.
Calm down.
With the seventh pick of the draft, the Buffalo Bills draft the best player in football in Josh Allen. The Giants could have had him. The Jets could have had him. The Browns, the freaking Buffalo Bills got Josh Allen with the seventh pick. And to me, he's the best player in football right now.
I got Daniel Jones.
Exactly. You got Saquon Barkley.
Oh, Jesus. All right, we all picked the Browns.
All right.
All right. But the Jets win.
Well, let's just go with the games that we were separate on.
Okay. Separate. Let's see. Okay, Trent went with Washington. You and I went with the Lions.
Oh, look at that, Trent. Trent, you lost.
Sure did.
But the Commanders actually competed in that game. Lions playing good football.
We lost this game.
All right.
Okay, Trent. He picked the Bucks.
Oh, of course.
Of course. You and I picked the Saints.
Dumb pick.
Yeah,
how could we put our money on Jameis? Exactly.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay.
Jameis Williams. I mean, Jameis Winston.
Right. You could call him Jameis Williams.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
We all picked the Steelers, but the Pats won. Let's see. It's separate. It's like we all went the same way.
That's what happens on these.
Yeah, we all went the same way.
So
every game we won. So we basically lost.
So those were the only games we picked differently.
Different, yes.
All right, and
okay.
I'll change that.
You and I picked the Vikings. Trent picked the Eagles.
Oh, there you could beat us again, Trent. What a terrible pick that was. Believe in the Vikings. Oh, my goodness.
We all picked the Bills. All right, wise guy. All right, so you got one more win.
All right, you won last week, Trent. You won.
All right, let's keep this shit going.
Okay.
All right, let's pick this week. Let's do it.
Okay, let's pick this week.
And by the way, in your league, you didn't win last week.
My league?
Yeah.
What league?
Your picks.
Oh, no. Wait a minute.
Yeah. How close were you? Were the other guy that much better than you? Or?
By 2 games.
By 2 games. All right.
Yeah.
So, and in this league, you gotta be closer than that. So he beat you good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So here we go. Steelers 1-1. Browns 1-1 at the Browns.
Browns can run. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cleveland at home. They can run the football. Coming off of that loss, I think they get that dub.
Okay, Rich.
You know what? Root for Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper had a breakout game at wide receiver last week. How do I know that? Because I started him.
Oh, the Jets couldn't stop him. Yeah, he was killing them.
So are you taking the Browns?
Yes, sir.
Somebody walked in. You said, sir. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Walk right in.
Walk this way.
All right, I'm taking the Browns.
Talk this way. Dude, look like a lady. Oh, sorry.
What? Smell that
Oh, wait, that
baby. No,
that last song didn't fit.
No,
Sorry.
it didn't
Are you
fit.
sure you guys are okay?
Never okay.
No.
Okay, to me, this is the game of the week.
All right.
The Bills against the Dolphins at Dolphins.
That's an awesome game.
Let me tell you something, man. We didn't touch on this a few minutes ago. The Dolphins being down 3 touchdowns against the Baltimore Ravens with 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. A complete and utter collapse by Baltimore and Tua Tagovailoa. What do you have, 6 touchdowns and over 400-plus yards last week or something? My
goodness. 469 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He put it in the air 50 times, but they outscore the Baltimore Ravens 28-3 in that fourth quarter. Just unbelievable. Tyreek Hill, of course, leaves the Chiefs, tells everybody, well, you want to say, oh, how could you leave the Patrick Mahomes? And he says, well, I got a quarterback over here, and maybe he does. He had 11 catches, 190 yards, a couple touchdowns. How about this Jalen Waddle? I mean,
I know Jalen Waddle.
And I love his touchdown celebration. Do you see it now?
Yeah.
With the Waddle.
So who are you taking?
He does a Waddle dance. Well,
I couldn't draft him.
So, an incredible collapse from Baltimore, and I can't believe in Baltimore when I see something like that. They've failed. Can I finish here?
Yes.
They have failed in the postseason for years now, and then you see something like that. Come back to me on Baltimore. Okay, I'm sorry. Good.
Okay, I'm taking the Bills.
You're taking the Bills on the road. Yeah, how can, until I see the Dolphins, and you say they just beat a quality opponent, but it took a miracle, right? A huge fourth quarter. Let's say I'm going to go with the Bills. Yeah, you got to believe in what they're doing right now.
Yes.
Best defense in football, maybe. Best player in football with Josh Allen. They're going to bring the Dolphins right back down to earth. What do you think, Trent?
Let's go, Buffalo. Buffalo
Ah.
Bills.
Oh, right. So we're all on the same page with Buffalo.
Oh, who's your favorite team? I think this is the worst game of the week.
All right.
Okay. Raiders against the Titans.
Man, the Raiders are so disappointing. And the Titans are too. The Titans got smoked.
Yeah, this team could go either way.
I'm only going to go Titans because they're home and they have a running game.
Okay, Titans.
You know what? I think the Raiders will learn their first win of the year. Give me the Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, who are you going with?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm going with the Titans.
All right. Okay.
All right. Okay. The Jets and the Bengals. Everybody picked the Bengals.
I'm not picking the Jets.
You're not picking the Jets?
No.
Okay, so we're going to go.
The Bengals look bad, man. Joe Burrow got hit. He got knocked around against that Cowboy defense last week.
Bengals look terrible. And that offensive line is sabotaging Joe Burrow.
What do you think, Trent?
Nah, the Bengals won't lose to the Jets. I think it may be an ugly game, but I think the Jets are going to give them a run for their money. I think Cincinnati finds a way to pull it out.
The defending AFC champions are going to go 0-3 losing to the Jets. No way.
Nah, I don't think so.
No way.
Okay, Saints at the Panthers.
Panthers stink. The Saints
remember 1-1 and 0-2.
Yeah, Panthers suck. The Saints.
Yeah, I got to go with you. The Saints.
Yeah. That's right. Who are you
taking? Jameis Williams.
I'm taking the Saints.
Jameis Williams.
Yeah, I like that guy, man. He's so cool. Ravens at the Pats.
Patriots bounced back last week. You got it, but I think the Patriots stink too, and you got to believe Baltimore is going to be ready to go after their collapse. Yeah. So I'm going to go Baltimore.
Who is this? Ravens
at the Pats.
At the Pats, yeah, give me Baltimore.
Si, senor. Okay.
I'm not starting Mac Jones, I'll tell you that.
Okay, the Lions at the Vikings, and they're both 1-1.
The Lions. That's a rough one. I hate the Vikings. Oh my goodness, they're so disappointing. But you know what? It's a Sunday, 1 o'clock game. You gotta believe the Vikings are they're at home. You gotta believe they're better than the Lions. I'll go with the Vikings. They bounce back.
Vikings. I go Vikings.
Trent,
Give me Detroit.
oh, all right. Contrarian over there.
Hey, Detroit's not the same team as they have been.
Oh, no. Okay, Eagles at Washington.
Well, are we seeing
2-0 and 1-1.
a superstar emerge at the quarterback position for the Eagles?
I don't care.
You know what? Let me. This is my upset pick of the week. I'll go Washington to defend their home field. It's a division game. It should. I think they'll bring the Eagles back down to earth a little bit.
Nah, man, give me Philadelphia.
Oh, Philly. You're going Philly, man.
What you doing?
Yes.
Me? Let me see. I'm going to go Philly.
All right.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
What?
The Chiefs against the Colts.
The Chiefs against the Colts. I mean, are you kidding me? Why even ask?
But
The Colts suck.
I got to talk about it, man. You know?
Yeah,
The
Chiefs.
Colts suck. And by the way, just full disclosure, I will not start Matt Ryan this week. I will tell you that
boy,
right
was I
now.
wrong about the Colts. Holy shit.
So much for the 3 touchdowns. Okay. All right.
You know how many fantasy points he got me last week? He was expected to get me 15. He only got me 5. That's how bad he was.
That's like nothing.
Yeah, it's like nothing.
He gave you nothing.
Gave you nothing.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's true.
He had negative 1 points at one point because he threw 3 interceptions.
Wow.
Okay, this is a toss-me-up game.
All right.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
Toss
they're going
me.
to toss you up.
we're going to toss
Who's
you
gonna-
up in the air.
Well, he is relatively light. He doesn't weigh a lot. Trent.
Yeah, man. I'm a skinny little. Anyway,
you
that's
can
another
toss him up.
story. All right. Texans against the Bears. At the Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah, it's Bears at home.
Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet. Uh-oh. I think this is a pretty good game. Jags showed something last week. Jags against the Chargers.
In L.A., the Chargers win easily.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell.
Yeah.
Jaguars have no chance.
Oh, my God. What am I going to do with them? Oh, okay. I'm taking the Rams against the Cards.
Cardinals at home. This is a huge game. Murray had an incredible fourth quarter last week. A lot of momentum. You know what? I'll take the Cardinals at home.
I have to agree with you on that, Rich. I think Arizona's looking good. I think they're coming back even without DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, they got look at Marquise Brown. Look at the numbers he's putting up. Marquise Hollywood Brown, former Baltimore Raven.
I know it took a minor miracle for them to win last week with those two just incredible and that 2-point conversion. My goodness, from Murray. But still, I think they'll ride that momentum.
Okay, I'm going to go
They'll
against
win.
you guys. I'm going with the Rams.
Oh, all right.
All right. Uh-oh. I think this is the biggest game for Trent.
Oh.
Ferguson!
Well, that should be the intro of your show, Trent, to your sports.
What show?
Ferguson!
Ferguson! Packers against the Bucks.
I'm going to record him saying that. I'll save the soundbite. But let's see. Packers against Tampa Bay. Look, normally I'd pick Green Bay, but Green Bay is so dysfunctional right now at the wide receiver. There's no number one wide receiver that Aaron Rodgers is throwing to. He's got Alan Lazard, but he's also got Sammy Watkins. He throws a lot to the tight end, Robert Tonyan, who's working back from injury. He's starting to get more and more reps. But look, that defense, the Buccaneers. This will be a test, but I think Tampa Bay will be able to pass it. Okay. Give me the Buccaneers. Over the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, and another thing, a big reason why the Packers were able to win last week was not on the strength of necessarily Aaron Rodgers having a great game. He had an okay game. But Aaron Jones rushing for 132 yards on 15 carries. It was the running game, not to mention A.J. Dillon with 61 yards. So they were able to run the ball down the Bears' throats to set up. Yep.
The Bucs defense is great at stopping the run.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not going to run the ball like that against the Buccaneers. I picked the Buccaneers to have an easy win over the Packers.
All right, so I'll go against you guys again.
Wow. Okay. I hope you're not doing that in your official picks.
No, hell no. What are you, mad? Do you think I'm stupid, man?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, man. Okay. What out of me?
Okay.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Falcons against the Seahawks. At the Seahawks.
Falcons against the Seahawks. At the Seahawks. Falcons stink.
Yes.
All right. Seahawks not much better.
No.
But they are home. And they have my second favorite player, Geno Smith. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll go with Seattle.
Okay, me too.
Seattle's a tough place to play.
I make that all three of us.
I third that.
Yeah, you said me that. Yeah. Okay, you got 2 left, guys. Here we go. 49ers against the Broncos, both 1-1.
Boy, the Broncos.
That's Sunday night football, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sunday night.
I don't know what to think about the Broncos.
Oh yeah, baby.
The Broncos just, I don't know, they don't do it for me. I thought they would be way better, way more impressive to watch. They played the crummy Texans and only won 16-9.
San Fran, bro.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go San Fran.
That's what I say,
no
San
doubt.
Fran. Everybody.
Jimmy G. Jimmy
G's back, man.
I'm with it.
Okay. This is the greatest game of the whole week.
Bullshit.
Cowboys against the Giants.
G-Men at home against Cooper Rush and the Cowboys. The Cowboys are and their fans are way too happy after winning last week. I don't think Cooper Rush beats the Giants at the Meadowlands. I'll take the Giants.
I'll take the Giants too.
No, that means they're going to lose.
They're going to lose.
You going to go with Dallas, Trent?
I got 4 words for you.
Uh-oh.
How about them Cowboys?
Whoa.
Give me the Dallas Cowboys over the New York Football Giants.
I'm going to get you the little horses on a stick so you can ride around with them.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them?
So we'll see. We'll see. So you only had 2, and I guess we got to pick points on that one?
Yeah, mine's 44 total.
Dallas Giants, let's say 38.
Okay, 38.
I'd say 30.
Whoa. Still scoring affair, all right.
20-10.
Whoa. That's cool, man. Picks are in, son.
All right, there you go. So, but honorable mention before we get to the couch report, Aaron Judge going for home runs. No, he's at 59 right now after hitting 2.
Did he do anything?
Not tonight so far. We're kind of keeping an eye on it. But man, imagine being at 59 home runs with 17 games to go. That's pretty incredible. You don't want to say the Yankees have wrapped up the division, but it's almost there. So you kind of look at this as a really a Aaron Judge watch. And you get into the craziness of Friday night. Let's say Judge is still on 59. I know a lot of people are going to be complaining because Friday night, that game's going to be on Apple TV+.
Oh, so that means we got to go to Nutson.
There's a lot of people can't find it.
They're on the Boston channel.
Maybe you can get that. But anyway, that's interesting situation there. Look, I guess it's free to download. You can watch the game, but a lot of people have issues with that. And, of course, you won't have Michael Kay on the call if you get a 60 and 61, which kind of stinks. You wish you'd have the Yankee voice.
I feel horrible now.
But anyway, honorable mention to Aaron Judge, who's having a season for the ages. And I know that Ohtani's got to be the greatest player we've ever seen, but not this year, man. My goodness, the guy hits over 60 home runs. And not to mention, Aaron Judge, 1 point behind going into tonight, the batting average.
Oh, my God. I hope I be 1 point behind.
He's pretty close to the Triple Crown, which doesn't happen a lot in the modern era. So pretty amazing to watch the season that Aaron Judge is having.
Hey.
It's time to sit down and unwind and listen to the Couch Report.
Does that guy got a sore throat there?
Yeah, he's,
Jeez, Smarto.
Needs a Halls.
A Halls.
Yeah, for sure. So, Couch Report, why don't you take it, Trent? What do you got going on?
Oh, well, I have a lot going on there, Mr. Richard Cranium, because on Thursday...
Cranium.
I like it. That could be my supervillain name.
Yeah. My name is Cranium.
RC Cranium.
That's right.
If only you knew what it really meant.
I don't need no stinking cake.
I take it as a compliment.
Oh, okay. Well, on Thursday night, nevertheless, no matter how you take it, that's really not my concern. Because on Thursday night, I'm going to see Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh.
You're familiar with them. With do you remember the 21st
Who wrote the book of love?
Yeah, what?
Oh, I remember, Shabba-ba-doo. Who wrote the book of love?
You in the wrong year, son.
That's not it? I thought that's what we were talking about.
No, man, you way back. Damn,
oops. I thought I had the right song.
No, but it's ironic because we're going to see Earth, Wind, and Fire on the 22nd. Can you imagine if we would have gone and seen them on the 21st? Because Thursday is September 22nd. Wednesday would have been September 21st, or Wednesday is September 21st.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
The only downside is I wish it was on the 21st, because that would be some irony there. But it's not. Never seen these guys. It's not a tribute band. They have 3 of the original members of Earth, Wind, and Fire there. I think one of the singers did pass away a little bit ago, but still. 3 originals. They were touring with Santana. I think it was just a stadium tour, but it's only going to be Earth, Wind, and Fire down at Florida Southwestern State College's theater down in Fort Myers. So can't wait to watch that. That's really the big thing that I have on the couch report this week is going to be able to check off another legendary band off my list, because I went and saw Sir Paul back in May, and now here in September. Things align for me to go see Earth, Wind, and Fire. So that's great.
Nice.
That's excellent. Yeah, it's always fun to get out there and see one of the legends play. And I've had that experience with Neil Young and Dylan and the Rolling Stones. So, I mean, not to mention Metallica and all the other legendary bands that I've seen over the years.
Bob Dylan was so good.
Yeah, Dylan was great.
Yeah.
So, anyway, very cool. Anything else, Trent, to mention?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right. To what you got going on, Super Radio Father?
All right, Super Radio Father. I'm going to play the baseball tomorrow.
All right.
And everybody going to play the baseball tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm playing 2 games tomorrow.
Is that how you talk with your friends?
Yeah, I go, hey, yo, what's up, man? They go, yeah, what's up, Rich? I says, yo, I thought you was a lawyer. I says, not anymore, man. I'm retired, son. I say, what? I said, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love Trent. He's playing at least 3 different characters in that conversation. It's
so
impressive.
then Monday I was umpiring.
You were umpiring?
Oh, my goodness, yes. All right, so check this out.
Did anybody kick dirt on you?
No, not yet, man. So, Trent, this guy was standing on second. He's 79 years old, okay? Whoa. They hit a ball into the grass. So I'm looking at this guy. He tags second and he keeps running. He's 80 years old. Okay? Then he gets caught in a rundown.
Did he turn 80 years old while he was in the rundown?
I don't know. That's what it looked like.
You just said he was 79.
Oh, wow. I don't know. So he's in a rundown.
Yeah.
And he's going back and forth. Everybody was in shock. But unfortunately, they tagged him out. You know.
Maybe, yeah. Hey.
Now, were you behind the plate? Or were you?
No. I was doing first and second base.
Oh.
Okay. You know? I chase the runners when they're running around the bases.
I want to go just so I can heckle you when you're an umpire. You know.
Hey, you're out of here. Get off the field.
Come on, Blue. You suck.
Yeah, what? But you my son. What's the matter for you?
I hate you.
I always knew that shit, man. No, so, we have a ball, and our other league starts this week. So, I'm balling and rolling, man, all over the place, all my buddies and everything, And D-Dub is still out there,
D-Dub.
My man.
Oh, did he? He's a Kentucky Wildcats fan,
He's a Kentucky Wildcat fan. I sent Richard a picture.
Yeah, you sent me a picture of a mutilated gator. Thank you.
Yeah, that was their meal when they got home. Okay.
Thanks for that.
Wow.
Okay, and they ate from the tail up.
Speaking of the Gators, they play old Rocky Top this weekend. They're going to get crushed by Tennessee.
Really? I'm gonna tell them that tomorrow. And
Tennessee's going to beat them.
He's gonna say, Trent, that guy Trent don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, I certainly. Hey, did you watch the same game I watched last week when they played USF?
Yeah, I was watching all that.
Let me tell you something. USF was terrible coming into this game, and they still are. But they made USF look like Alabama. I mean,
man.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I tried to watch a little college last week, but every game I put on was terrible.
Every time I put
I kept changing the channel, 50-10, 54-7.
That's crazy,
I was like, every game sucks. Why am I watching this?
I can't watch some of these games, man.
Yeah, there are too many cupcake State
Ohio
games.
State was kicking everybody. I think it was like 63-2.
Oh man, there was just nothing. I didn't see it. Maybe there were some games to
in
watch. In
Alabama, you can't watch them. They're just killing everybody.
There's no, these teams. This cupcake State thing. It's just these. There's got to be better games week to week in the sport. I know people love college football, but the product weekly is. To me, anyway, it's tough to watch, man. This is nothing to watch. Now, get me a top 10 matchup. Show me Ohio State, Michigan. One of these top 10. Then I'm locked in, and you're gonna have a good game. But there's too many. I don't know, Ohio State, Appalachian State.
Right.
It's just there were so many bad games last week. I'm like, man, people.
Really... Oh yeah, and also let me tell you something, Mr. Whatever your name is, Florida State. Florida State, the Seminoles.
The Seminoles, yeah.
They shouldn't have beat Louisville. I understand that, but Florida State should still be in the top 25. We're 3-0 for the first time since 2015, homie.
You say homie. Don't worry, D-Dub don't like Louisville either.
Who does Florida State have this weekend, Trent?
They have the Boston College Golden Eagles at Doak Campbell Stadium. Seems like they hadn't been at Doak Campbell Stadiums for about a month.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's another cupcake state. There was a time when Boston College was okay, but if you think you're a top 25 team, you better beat Boston College. Ugh.
Yeah, you better be.
And look, I know Clemson is just barely outside the top 5, but Clemson's not the same team as it used to be.
No. They need Jennifer Lawrence to go back and play some
who's
football.
Jennifer Lawrence? What?
The one with the long hair playing for the Jaguars.
Oh, that's a girl?
Yeah, and she's also a movie star.
Oh, jeez, man.
So
no, I still don't want him.
Just in case you didn't know.
No, I don't want him on the Giants. I'm sorry.
Whoa, that's what Trent thought about.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. This is what I think.
Yeah, right back at you, Trent. Cool. So college football is stuff to look forward to there.
Yeah, and getting ready to play ball the next 3 days.
Awesome. And you're an umpire, and you didn't get dirt kicked at you.
No, not yet,
That's fantastic. Not a lot on the couch report for me. Did finish Cobra Kai. Like I said, that was awesome.
That's surprising.
I know, right?
What?
Unbelievable. Well, we've had nothing but horrible skies. I can't get out there with the telescope for 2 months. Very disappointing. I will say one thing I did pick up Madden 23 last week. So one thing I can't believe, which is pretty cool. It's been years since I've actually run a kickoff back in Madden. In the first week that I've had the game, I ran back 2 kickoffs already. Pretty amazing. So about 500 in the games. And again, I don't play the computer. I'm just not into it. I can't get into it. I have to play people online and have that competition of playing another human being. I
can't do that.
All of my competition is against people. So I'm running about 500 right now. But the most impressive thing is I have run 2 kick returns back. So far, the best team I've used was, believe it or not, Cincinnati. I've had some success online with the Bengals, but I tried to use Green Bay. Didn't work out so good. But and I've thrown a lot of interceptions. But, hey, ran back to 2 kick returns, enjoying it. I know I'm going to get my ass kicked.
Not me, man.
Ton of good players out there. But I do win some games. Hey, you win some, you lose some.
I go 4th and 5 on the 5. My 5.
No, well, you're going to lose.
Loser.
That's it for us. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the football. Hopefully, by the time we come back next week, Aaron Judge will be the new American League home run king. New Yankee home run king.
Yes.
In the words of Bob Dylan, time is an ocean, but it ends at the shore. The Super Radio Brothers have reached the shore. See ya!
Be safe, everybody. Rock and roll.
Go Bucks, 3-0, baby.
2-0 Giants, 3-0, baby. Gotcha. Yo, man, I need this music, man. I need to put this shit in my ears, son.